Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me here today for some Bible journaling. I am here using the September Faith Art Collection, the Heartfelt Devotion, and the Physical Art Faith Art Box, as well as some of the Faithfilled digitals. And I'm here in the book of Hosea, which is where the devotional for this month is focused. I'm beginning by just highlighting my verses, and it's Hosea 2 verses 19 through 20. I applied some of the bullseye ink, the Creative Retreat ink, to just a clear acrylic block, and then I picked it up with an aqua brush. That's a pen that has a barrel so you can load the water, and it works like a paintbrush. And I'll read the verse in just a moment, but on screen here, I'm beginning by taking two of the kind of scripty flowers that are in the stamp set, these hand-drawn flowers, and I'm stamping them with my Versafine Onyx black ink in the two corners, the top left and the bottom right. And I'm going to kind of create a cluster of flowers. Now, when you're working in the corner here, it's tricky. You've got to place the stamp properly on your stamp block so that it won't get messed up by the gutter of the page. So I just repositioned it on my stamp, and you can see in the bottom right, I had the flowers going upright, and the top, I had them coming down. And then I'm cleaning those off with my stamp Shammy cleaner. And before I go further, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of black splatter paint. So I take a black watercolor, I wet it, and then I pick it up with a paintbrush and just lightly tap it. It gives it a very artistic impression. And now I'm doing the same thing with some of that leftover red ink. So you can see the versatility of these inks. That was a pigment ink. And I did dry that with my heat tool and set that aside for a moment while I was taking care of a couple of things. And I came back to it. So now I'm taking some of these pretty flowers that match those flowers. These are the stickers. And the colors of this month's collection are just beautiful. It's got some reds and golds and pinks in there. So I'm fiddling with the placement of those. Probably would have helped if I had turned my page around so that I could see better what I was doing in the top left. I'm thinking first here that I'll just place some of those stickers, but then when I thought about it and saw how it turned out, I decided I wanted to use some of this pattern paper that came with the Faithfilled digitals. I'm going to use a couple of different colors, and I'm going to make a corner out of that print. So I'm going to tear my corner and then round the corner, and then I will place that over it. I'm also going to pull in some of the plum colored paper and just layer that down and have the flowers peeking out from it. So I'm going to go ahead and read the verses to you in Hosea. This is God talking to the Israelites, to his people, his chosen people. And the whole story of Hosea is an analogy of God's relationship with us, that he pursues us with a redeeming, relentless love. And it says, "And I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you to me in righteousness and in justice, in steadfast love and in mercy. I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you shall know the Lord." So again, this is God talking to his people, even though they have continually been unfaithful to him, just like in the story of Hosea, his wife, the prostitute Gomer, was continually unfaithful to him, to Hosea. We, as the children of God, are also continually unfaithful to God. But yet, he says, "And I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you to me in righteousness and in justice, in steadfast love and in mercy. And that's not because of our righteousness that we are in this relationship with him. And the verse prior, in verse 18, it says, I will make a covenant with you. So this betrothal, this relationship together, is a sign of that covenant relationship that God has with his people. And we are part of that covenant relationship. We are betrothed to God forever, it says. So in righteousness, in justice, in steadfast love, in mercy, in faithfulness. On this pattern paper, before the video, I ran it through my typewriter and I typed those words, that list of words: righteousness, justice, steadfast love, mercy, faithfulness, and also the word betrothed for my tab. And I'm going to use those and create this list. Now here in the center of the page, I am creating a title that says, I am betrothed in, and then I'll include those little word-fetty pieces that I made that list out. And this is all God's initiation. God has betrothed us to him. He has brought us to him. He has pursued us in these characteristics that are only his and not ours. Whenever we show righteousness and justice and steadfast love, mercy and faithfulness, it's because we are reflecting his character and because he's working in and through us. It is not our own. Now, I did some word studies on the word betrothed and on the word know. And over on my channel this week, I'll upload a verse mapping and word study video. So I will link my channel. So if you're interested in there, you can go check that out and set the notification bell on my channel so that you'll receive that when it's uploaded this week. So the word betrothed in Hebrew is otis. I'm not pronouncing that properly, probably not, but otis. And it means to betroth, to engage. And actually, the origin of this word is literally to pay the price. And by paying the price, you gain the right of possession. Now, as a woman, that kind of bothers me, thinking that the bridegroom has paid the price and gained the right of possession of me. But when I consider myself as the bride of Christ, and that he has paid the price and therefore gained the right of possession, that I am his, that he has sacrificed himself, that is the price that he paid. He has redeemed me, and therefore I am betrothed to him forever. And then the word know, and this is interesting, the word for know in Hebrew is yada, and it means to know, or yada, it means to know, to discover, to become known, to acknowledge. And then it even means, one of the usages of it is to have intimate relations. Now, the Bible uses the word know and to mean to have intimate relations. Now, obviously, that is only pointing to the intimacy that God wants with us. The intimate, close, vulnerable, unconditional love kind of relationship that he wants with us. That's why the analogy of the marriage is throughout the Bible, and why God uses that to refer to us as the bride of Christ. Now, on screen here, I have placed all of my elements. I'm using my quick stick to place the dots of the eye because they are tricky. I use the flat edge of that. I'm putting out some of the other flowers, some of the labels from the Faithfilled digitals, some of the wonky hearts, and I also used a bit of pattern paper to underline the word betrothed. Now I'm placing a few of the wonky hearts in the corners, and then I'm going to come in and write on my label the text reference and stamp my date. Here I'm using a little bit of washi tape. This is from the Hives and Homes kit, and I'm placing that in the corner to anchor my tab. And I used my We Are Memory Keepers tab punch and some of the pattern paper to punch out a tab. And now these labels from the Faithfilled digitals, I also used the washi tape to anchor those down. Now I'm going to stamp my date. This is the Recollections, no, the American Crafts date stamper. It does have some words on it. I'm isolating just the date. And I stamped that on there, and now I'm going to write the text reference, Hosea 2, verses 19 and 20. Put that in the top right corner. And then I'm going to come in and highlight, outline all of my elements. That pink, it just needs a little bit of black to make it stand out and to bring in the black from the stamped flowers. So I'm just outlining a few of those elements, not my alphabet. I think that'll be too much, but just the elements like the hearts and then those word fetties that I made. And that's going to pretty much do it for this page. Here are some close-up shots. If you have any comments or questions, then leave them in the comment section. I do have all the products linked that I have used in the description box. Those are affiliate links, so thanks for using those. Please be sure to check out this kit and all the videos that are in the playlist that the gals on our team have created. I invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and until next time, bye-bye.